Are you curious about the darkest corners of the criminal world? Dive into the realm of the inexplicable with these 10 unsolved crimes that defy explanation. Before we start our journey, make sure to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. Today we're diving into the top 10 unsolved crimes that defy explanation. These cases are cloaked in mystery, leaving investigators and the public baffled. If you think you have the answers, drop your theories in the comments below. 10. The Somerton Man. The Somerton Man case is one of Australia's most puzzling mysteries, and it has captivated people for decades. It all began on December 1st, 1948, when an unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach near Adelaide, South Australia. His death was a complete mystery, with no clear cause or identity. Investigators traced his last known movements to the evening of November 30th, 1948, when he was seen at Adelaide Railway Station. What made this case even stranger were the cryptic clues found with the man. In his pocket was a small torn piece of paper with the words "Tamam Shud," which means it is finished in Persian. 9. The Jamison family deaths. In October 2009, the Jamison family, Bobby, Sherilyn, and their young daughter Madison, vanished without a trace in Oklahoma. Their abandoned pickup truck was later found in a remote area with some of their belongings inside, including a shocking $32,000 in cash. Even more disturbing was the discovery of their family dog, malnourished but alive, left behind in the truck. Surveillance footage from the day they disappeared showed the family acting strangely, almost as if they were in a trance, as they packed up their vehicle. Curiously, a briefcase seen in the video was never found, adding to the mystery. Tragically, the remains of the Jamison family were discovered 4 years later, but the cause of their deaths remains a mystery. This has led to a lot of speculation, with theories ranging from foul play to possible drug involvement. 8. The Hinterkaifeck murders. The Hinterkaifeck murders are one of the most unsettling and mysterious cases in history. In 1922, the Gruber family, living on a remote farm in Germany, started hearing strange noises around their home but brushed them off. On March 31st, tragedy struck when 4 family members were lured to their barn and brutally murdered. The killer didn't stop there, killing 2 more inside the house. Shockingly, the murderer stayed in the house for 3 days after the killings, even eating meals and feeding the animals. Despite numerous investigations over the years, no one has ever been caught or charged for these horrific crimes. The case remains unsolved, leaving people to wonder who could have committed such a heinous act. 7. The Gardner Museum heist. On March 18, 1990, 2 men dressed as police officers pulled off one of the biggest art heists in history at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. They stole 13 pieces of art, including Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee and Vermeer's The Concert, which are together worth about $250 million. Despite a thorough investigation, the thieves left no trace, and the stolen artwork has never been found. To this day, the museum displays empty frames where the paintings once hung, serving as a haunting reminder of the unsolved crime that continues to puzzle experts. 6. Jeanette De Palma. In the summer of 1972, 16-year-old Jeanette De Palma from New Jersey went missing on August 7th. After 6 long weeks, her body was discovered on a rocky ledge in a nearby quarry, but what really caught people's attention were the strange items found around her. There were branches laid out in the shape of a coffin and wooden crosses placed near her body. These eerie details quickly led to rumors that Jeanette's death was connected to some sort of occult or ritualistic activity. Despite the unusual scene, the autopsy couldn't determine an exact cause of death, leaving investigators without solid clues. Over time, without any new leads or suspects, the case went cold, and the mystery surrounding Jeanette's death has remained unsolved ever since. 5. The Atlas Vampire. In May 1932, Stockholm police made a shocking discovery in an apartment: the lifeless body of 32-year-old Lily Lindstrom. What made this case especially disturbing was that Lily had been sexually assaulted, and her body was completely drained of blood. Nearby, investigators found a ladle, leading them to speculate that the killer might have even consumed the blood. The gruesome details sparked a flurry of rumors and fear throughout the city. Despite thorough investigations, the police were unable to solve the case, leaving it a chilling mystery. To this day, the case, known as the Atlas Vampire murder, remains unsolved. Artifacts from the crime scene, including the infamous ladle, are still preserved in Stockholm's police museum. 4. Artemis Ogletree. The mystery of Artemis Ogletree, often referred to as the Room 1046 case, began on January 5, 1935. Ogletree checked into the Hotel President in Kansas City under the name Roland T. Owen. During his stay, he acted strangely, spending much of his time sitting in the dark and communicating with a man named Don. Just a few days later, hotel staff found him brutally beaten in his room. He was rushed to the hospital but tragically died from his injuries. The case took an even stranger turn when Ogletree's mother received letters, supposedly from him, after his death. These letters, combined with the fact that his killer was never identified, have made this one of the most puzzling unsolved cases in American history. 3. The Isdal Woman. The Isdal Woman was found dead near Bergen, Norway on November 29, 1970. She had no ID, and all the labels were removed from her clothes and belongings, making it impossible to figure out who she was. The autopsy showed that she had taken a large dose of sleeping pills and suffered from carbon monoxide poisoning. Despite this, the exact details of how she died are still unknown. Some people believe she might have been a spy or involved with a criminal gang, but no one has been able to confirm her true identity or the real cause of her death. Her story remains one of Norway's most enduring mysteries. 2. John Benet Ramsey. The murder of John Benet Ramsey, a 6-year-old beauty queen, shocked the nation in the 1990s. On December 26, 1996, her body was tragically discovered in the basement of her family's home in Colorado. Adding to the mystery, a ransom note demanding $118,000 was found inside the house. At first, suspicion naturally turned toward her parents, leading to intense media scrutiny and countless theories about their involvement. However, despite extensive investigations, including multiple suspects and various leads, the case remains unsolved to this day. The mystery of who killed John Benet and why continues to haunt many, making it one of America's most well-known cold cases. 1. The disappearance of the Saunders. On Christmas Eve of 1945, a terrible fire swept through the Sauter family home. The parents, George and Jenny Sauter, managed to escape with 4 of their 9 children. Unfortunately, the other 5 children were never found. It's unclear whether any remains were discovered. Some reports suggest that remains were found but not shown to the parents to avoid adding to their grief. Others believe that the site had no human remains due to the intensity of the fire, poor search efforts, or possible suspicious activity. In 1967, more than 2 decades after the fire, Jenny Sauter received a photo of an adult man whom she believed to be her missing son, Louis. These unsolved crimes continue to fascinate and perplex us, showing how even the most detailed investigations can leave questions unanswered. What do you think happened in these cases? Let us know your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.